Good morning, Chicken Coop Chronicles. This is Sophie. Sophie is one of my older hens. I don't believe she's laying anymore, at least for the last week she hasn't been laying. And as you can see, she's a little unsteady on her feet. There's a reason for that. She's actually a lot better today than she was a few days ago. And I didn't take much video, unfortunately, but I wanted to show you what a good healthy bum looks like. And it's not that. So Sophie has a little bit of caking up here. She's pretty clean because I gave her a spa bath treatment yesterday. I'll be happy to give a video on that at some point. Next time I'm spa bathing a chicken, I will have to videotape it. But that's just, one day's accumulation there. And the reason this is happening is because she's got a lot of fluffy feathers. As you can see on her feet as well, she's got these feathered feet. Also, she's a little funny in her makeup. Here, her feet are a little bit, what do you call it? Misshapen. She's got one talon like a rooster, and the other is just a nubbin like a proper hen. Let's see if I can show you that. Come, Sophie. Let me show you your talon. So that's her rear. This foot's just got the nubbin. You see, right there. You see between my fingers? That's a little nubbin. Now, the same spot on the other foot. Interesting, very interesting. She's got the talon just like a rooster. It's okay, Sophie. You can see her little back claws actually folded underneath. It doesn't quite fold back properly. Now you see her scales. These scales are not healthy. This is indicative of her having a mite under her scales. And a lot of my chickens have this, and I have been treating it, but not frequently enough. I'll show you what I use to treat it. I have been using Hen on the Mend. And this stuff is really, really good. You hold the chicken upside down and squirt a little bit on her feet, and it goes up underneath her scales. And it's a thick, sticky, oily thingy. And the mites don't like it, and so they get out. And it also helps them clean up. Unfortunately, it does seem to burn them a little bit. At least I'm guessing that's what the sensation is like, because they don't like it one bit. The chickens do not like it one bit. I am also going to try, because I'm almost out of this, I'm going to try neem oil. Straight neem that I got from, I think it was a organic pesticide thingy, but it's just plain neem oil, N-E-E-M. And I'll show you a bottle of that later on. But yeah, we'll see how neem oil compares to this. I'm pretty sure this is better because it has some nice ingredients in it. Let's see. Almond oil, frankincense, lavender, oregano, aloe vera oil, vitamin E. So the vitamin E is going to be good for them. And iron oxide black is basically, I think it's just a coloring. But all those nice oils in there, for sure they help drive things away. They give it a nice smell. I think the vitamin E is good for them to help them repair. The neem oil is just going to basically be a really big irritant, which is what most of these things are, and it's not going to have the vitamin E in there. But we'll see. Now, Sophie has been, today she's doing a lot better. Last few days she hasn't been standing up at all, and I have a suspicion of why. This particular hen, when I got her, she was about a year old, and my mom got her, probably 6 years ago, 7 years ago. She was not thriving. She wasn't eating very much at all. Nobody quite knew why. I'll bring the light back. And let me show you a little bit about her beak. You see her comb is really small, her wattle's really small, and you saw her feet are a little odd. She's just a little odd formed hen. Now her beak, today it looks great because I took a file to it. Now many years ago, she wasn't thriving at all, and her beak was actually misshapen with the top. If you think this is the top beak and this is the bottom beak, the top of her top beak was actually curved over like that. So she couldn't pick up food. Like she would try and pick up food and she just could not pick up food. Well, I managed to, but she couldn't. So what I did was I clipped her beak. I basically took some nail clippers and cut it back so that her beak was like that. And slowly it's grown out. That helped her immediately, and she was able to recover and gain back strength. And then she was a really good, productive egg layer, member of the flock for many years, until just a few weeks ago when she stopped being very healthy. Yes, you're a good girl, Sophie. Don't worry. Now, I don't know why she stopped being so healthy. It's definitely not because of her feet. Her feet aren't super bad. She doesn't have bumblefoot or anything. And I brought her in and I've been feeding her a lot of good nutritious food. This is the mix that I've got. I've got yogurt in there and some chicken feed, high protein chicken feed mixed with seeds and cracked corn. And the thing that's really helped her, that she really likes, is cat food. Wet cat food. So I have been giving her a little bit of wet cat food last couple of days, and that's what's really driven the turnaround. So I brought her in. She was really weak. She couldn't really stand up. Today she's actually able to stand up. She's not fully back to better yet. But I've been giving her regular spa treatments and just keeping her inside in the warm in this little cage here. I changed the straw, I get the poopy out of there. That big clump of white in the middle there, that's actually yogurt that she got out of her dish. But yeah, this is where she's been existing, and regular spa treatments every few days. Takes a little bit of time, but you know what? She's a good old girl. She's only middle-aged. There's no reason why she should be kicking the bucket yet. So I'm going to continue treatment today. I'm going to wash off her bum, and if possible, I will show you some of that. And I'll put her back, I'll clean up her cage and put her back there. And then, yeah, give her some cat food. Yesterday I gave her some cat food and I left the cage open, and I came back after a while outside and I saw there was no cat food left. And I thought, oh, the cats must have gone in there and eaten the cat food. So I gave her a little more and I closed the cage, and in the morning it was all gone. And, well, I'm pretty sure the cats didn't get through the cage to eat that cat food, so it must have been her. So, yeah, we're going to do a little more spa treatment now. I mentioned cat food already. My chickens seem to really like cat food. That's about what I would give them, a quarter can a day when they're on this recovery diet. And yeah, it does have natural chicken in it. Shock, but it is cooked. So I don't think she's going to develop a taste for herself with this. Got a bunch of stuff in it, and normally I get the regular Friskies. I always get the pate because my cats seem to like that the best. But this is what they had. Cat food's been difficult to get, so luckily my cats aren't too picky. If they want to be picky, they can go and catch the food themselves. And they do that once in a while. That's why I have cats. Alrighty, cat food. There you see it. Okay, I think that's a good rig. Now, I gotta admit, I have delusions of being a crazy YouTuber one day. And yes, I'm wearing my pajamas. Well, not my pajamas, my bathrobe. Because, well, it's a vacation, so I haven't really gotten ready for the day. Besides, these need to wash, so right now, I am basically just rinsing down her poop. She just pooped in the sink. And I'm rinsing that down the drain. It's just poop. You can be grossed out if you want, but really, it was sanitary until it came out of her body. Kind of, sort of. But hey, I can wash my hands anytime, and I will, right after we're done with this. Next, I'm going to turn on the hot water. And this is not a full spa treatment. The full spa treatment is a full immersion in the bathroom sink with disinfectant and stuff. This is just a quick rinse to get her bum clean. So let's get her bum clean. It's kind of getting, hey, don't struggle. You're a good girl. She doesn't really like the super hot water, so let me mix it a little bit, cool that down. There we go. That's not super hot anymore. Don't worry, it wasn't hot enough to burn her. I don't want any cooked chicken. It was just a little warm. I like a hot, warm shower, but my chickens don't. They're much more the cold weather type. Anyhow, there we go. Just kind of rinsing her off, rinsing the vent off, checking. Her feathers do get matted. I might go and clip her feathers back here. But this is not very bad at all. This is not really dirty, super bad, so not like it was a few days ago. So I'm just gonna kind of rinse it off, and once we're done rinsing, I will go get the hair dryer and blow her off. So, and hopefully I'm not in the way of you guys. Can you see? It's kind of like rinsing her off. See, it's just a gentle gentle water flow, gentle action to get the, oopsies. Hey, easy does it, Sophie. I've got to show everybody. Got to show the viewers. You're a star. Sophie, you're a star. Yes, see, look at the camera. Very good. See, everybody's watching. There you go. See, let everybody watch. Yep. So, yep, I think we're done now. That was pretty quick. Okay, and she thinks we're done too. So, now we're done with that. I'm going to get the hair dryer and blow dry her. Get all those feathers dry. Takes a while, but I'll just give it a few minutes. All right, hey everybody. Let's give her a few minutes and she'll get the feathers nice and dry and fluffy again, and then we'll change her bedding. Be right back with the blow dryer. And we're back. All right, I have tools of the trade, blow dryer, chicken, and sink. It's probably going to get loud, so headphone warning, and I'll probably cut, whoopsies. See, she just kind of fell backwards a bit. She's a little weak. She's still weak. She can't really carry herself. But she's looking a whole lot perkier than she was a few days ago, so progress. Now I'm going to blow dry her. All right, ready? Ready, Sophie? You recognize this, right? All right. I put it on high. I don't know if you can hear me, but I set the blow dryer on high. And yeah, her feathers are quite bedraggled back there, and they're a little discolored, but they'll clean up real nice. And I'd use this motion, kind of similar to blowing leaves, just to get as much air in there and dry her up as possible. Could use a towel. Towel might get a large amount of water out. In fact, that might be a good idea. I might do that off camera. But for now, this is how you blow dry the chicken after you've given it the spa treatment. Now, it's a little wet under the legs as well. You want to get all the water out. And it just takes 5-10 minutes of blow drying. That's it. And you know, it looks like you're not getting anywhere. The feathers aren't getting drier. And all of a sudden you see the fluff start to come out, and it's just a pretty sight. All the feathers turn fluffy and white, and then you're done. So, yep, I'll just continue this off camera, get her nice and dry, show you the results. Yeah, just another view while we're at it. I'll show you her foot. You see that kind of blue coloration on her feet? That is from the that solution that I use, that Hen on the Mend stuff. It's kind of a bluish oil, and it soaks into the feathers as well, gives them a blue tint. That's that iron oxide. Nothing to worry about. She's healthy. These are those feathers back there. Just going to get them dry and come right back. All right, not quite done yet, but I wanted to show you one thing about her. So you see these feathers are starting to dry out. You can see the fronds are starting to separate and stuff. But what's interesting here is that at the base of the feathers, she's got a lot of the sheath still. Now, a healthy chicken will be reaching back there and cleaning things up. Seems like she hasn't been healthy for a while because she's not been doing that. So I'm going to give her a little bit of a help by kind of bending the feathers a little bit, maybe breaking that chitin sheath. It's made of a material called chitin, C-H-I-T-I-N, very similar to the material that your fingernails are made out of, but just thinner. So yeah, a little bit of bending. Once it's dry, it'll kind of flake off, and I'm not going to get it all off, of course. That's her job. I'm just going to kind of give her a hand, getting that chitin free a little bit. You can see it kind of flaking off. Now, if you've ever dusted your home, you'll know that, or if you ever looked into dust, you'll know that dust is 90, 95, 98, 50%, I don't know. A large proportion of dust in our home is skin cell, human skin cell, animal skin cell, etc. Because we're always flaking off stuff. A lot of the dust in a chicken coop is chitin, because they're always growing their feathers and pecking off the chitin. Cool stuff. Anyhow, I'm going to a little more blow drying now that I've kind of massaged her feathers a little bit, bent the stems a little bit, should have cracked the chitin, made it easier to slough off, and should be fine. She's getting there. She's going to be all right. She'll be all right. You're going to be all right, right, Sophie? You're a YouTube star. Yes, you are. And there we have it. A nice, clean bum. Look at that. All those fluffy feathers. You can see the color's still gray, but definitely not as gray as they were. Let me bring the light over. There we go. So she's all cleaned up. Now it's on her to to maintain the cleanliness. Yeah. And she's been doing, yeah. Were you saying something? You want to say something? Good girl. Sophie's a good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're such a good girl. She's actually quite human shy. So all of these treatments and stuff are difficult for her. She's also not been plucking off her chin or taking care of her feathers, but you just saw her. She's starting. I heard her last night starting to take more care of her feathers, and that's a good sign. That means she's feeling healthy. So now to clean out the coop, or the little cage that I've got her in, and restock with food. So right there, you see that? I just peeled that off a feather that she hasn't been tending to. She's got a lot of feathers down here that are still covered with their sheath and haven't been pecked off. And she needs to do a little bit of preening. You need to preen. You gotta preen yourself, girl. You're a good girl. She's still a little weak, but she's much improved, and I look forward to a full, healthy recovery, being able to report that. I hope so. Well, that's it today for Chicken Coop Chronicles. I will edit this by and by, hopefully this year. The next year is rapidly approaching, so I have a few things I want to finish up this year, including this video. And that's me, Mildly Interesting, and Sophie, signing out for Chicken Coop Chronicles 2021. Thank you all for your interest. I hope this has been mildly interesting, and I look forward to 2022. I hope everybody who's watching this has been healthy and your families have been okay during this COVID time. And, well, we'll see where the next year takes us. God bless, peace, etc. And long live the chicken.